Hello, a great, a great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this moment. You are welcome to 44 edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, before we go on to see how the market is doing today, look at the chart and the data that have been related to the market. We want to consider what has happened in the market the week under the previous week. Let's do under review. Let's say that the week under review, both globally and local here, global market we saw a mixed sentiment in the global market, while in the domestic market we saw a bearish sentiment that almost took all over the week. But we had a mixed performance in terms of market was up for 2 days and down for 3 days. In the mix, we saw that there was a renewed interest in buying into banking stock and some oil companies during the week under review. But I'll tell you that globally, the mixed market we saw was as a result of the oscillating crude oil price international market. But as we speak now, oil is still trading above $100 per barrel, which is also good for the market. Don't forget that the fresh outbreak of COVID-19 again in China has also contributed to the kind of decline or fall in price of crude oil. But we believe that as far as this there's this supply distortion that provide no problem that the price will remain above this 100 the time. But let's see going to the future when we start seeing kind of the COVID-19 issue in China started coming down, and that also the piece that the mature economy are trying to put in place. So we're seeing also in Ukraine and Russia, if that also sustained, we might see a little bit stability. And don't forget that I will tell you that the central banks of the world, they are not sleeping at all. Switzerland recently also hiked their also rates, and many other climate are hacking their rates just because of them to control inflation. But don't forget that we're also seeing the first quarter earnings report from global economy, all will likely to start this week, and these Q1 numbers will give insight into what the effect of the high cost of production and also the rising inflation has done to company performance, which Q1 number that is going to be the first one this year is going to review to the investing public on what to do on this. For me, it's not time for investors to panic, because rather it will be a time for you to use these numbers to know exactly which company has put the right strategy within this first quarter to kind of manage their position, and also those companies that were able also to pass the high cost or into to their consumers, and did not affect their sale. And that's also what we're looking at. That was also going to guide you in a good way to know exactly what to do at this season. That's why I said this is not time to panic. But don't forget that in any market you are playing, even now we're seeing a mixed sentiment. Why today, we're already seeing the market open. Don't forget to use your stop loss, and also take away emotion in your decision taking at this hour. Once you know the stop loss and you take away your emotion, I'm telling you that you take the right decision at the right time without getting to lose your capital. But when you are kind of shaping the market because there's no knowledge or you don't have tools or plan, that is where you run you get your finger burnt. But I believe that this is not the time for anyone else to panic because of the knowledge we are gathering here and another source. I believe we are becoming informed, informed traders and investors, that you know that your knowledge, which is education, your tools, at the same time your plan, are the things you need to know to navigate the market in any condition, especially using your technical tools, which I told you that stop loss will be a part of your business at any time, especially if you are a trader, and no emotions will out of your decision at any given time. Like I just said, the first earning season is underway, and we want to know the impact of the rising cost of production and inflation condition as it gets underway. We need to see this new week that kick off today, how companies were able to manage this well. That's support that manage it poorly will be reviewed. Those that are able to navigate the effect of this will also going to be show with the number, and that also give you an insight going into the new financial year. You need to know exactly what to do, and don't forget that history has shown that for the most part, of equity period or any time of inflation cycle, equity market enjoy some kind of patronage because it's another way of hedging against what inflation. And companies also that are able to push their price, to, like I said earlier, to consumer, you will know because this is going to reflect, on the number that we're expecting to be in the market. And don't forget that as the week also has picked up like this, we expect that other financials and banking stocks, and other financials and banking stocks to start releasing their Q1 number to the market, especially like of UCAP, Africa Prudential, who have said in the previous meeting on Saturday, these are the early filers we're expecting to start in the market. And you can see that even the price of Zenith Bank also is also early flyer because don't forget that the management account, we are not going to audit it. It can come faster than expected, knowing that you have only 30 days to release your quarter results. For those that their quarter just ended at the 1st of March, that means any moment from now, we start seeing this number rolling out to the market. That was also going to be another support for the market as we speak. In that note, investors should just be calm and watch what their decision. Yes, because the demand and the rise, fall, and demand, the sentiment after all this is going to play out when we start seeing this result. And don't forget that I said it earlier that as we are entering the second quarter already in history, that case statistics, or data that is the Q2, investors all over the world take position forward for the rest of the year. No, that there's a change in trend now globally because of influence of Ukraine war and also this outbreak, now fresh outbreak of COVID-19 in Russia again, and other politics here and there trying to influence the war and the trend in the trading environment. But in all this, you should know exactly when to buy stock. Why back up here with the numbers we have seen in 2021, we have seen most of the stocks are being revalued, and we have seen that most of them are undervalued. You take stock from the industrial sector, look at stock like Dangote Cement, Boa, and Waco. You see that when you value this stock, you see it become clearer where there is value for you to take. Also, if you come to the banking sector, look at the first year banks that are really results. Look at Zenith Bank, GTB, Access Bank, UBA. Yes, we have not seen that of First Bank, but tell you what is happening. If you value, read the number to know and see that most of them also undervalue. For me, these are what to guide you on what to do. Also, if you look at the consumer goods industry, the same thing apply. The telecoms again, look at the MTN and the Airtel Africa. You see also what is happening there. For me, this is the time for revaluation. That means the market is expecting any season to speak up today from this week. Then also on the strength of the full year result of 2021, the, investors and market players are taking time to analyze why some activity analysis for them to guide them to take position. For me, on the strength of those numbers and the one we're expecting to start hitting the market moment from now, that will give us more insight what to see in this year. And don't forget, I've said it earlier that this pre-election year in Nigeria, and we have seen that in the past pre-election year, we have seen the years where we had a good liquidity, market closed good positively. We also saw some years the market was down because of fear and uncertainties that are with the election year. For this time, we're waiting to see the direction, the activities that will come from the political parties. That will give a clear direction where we are going. Because we're seeing different individuals from different parties declaring their intention to come run for governorship, to run for presidency, for different offices, which is good. But I think at the end of the primary, we have seen the first convention that has been conducted by APC. We're looking forward to see the convention that will come from a PDP. Then whoever they're going to choose at the end of at their primary to represent them are the presidential candidate, presidential candidate, and also governorship, also the senators and all those stuff. That will also give Nigerians a clear direction where we're going because we're looking forward to see leaders that will change the narrative in Nigeria because we need things to look forward, not looking backward. That was going to guide investors. That was to tell us the kind of market we expect. That also attract from even the local investor and consumer, depending on the direction and the way things are going at this because I will tell you the primaries of these political parties and how they conduct themselves during this period tell us how the election will be, whether it's going to be peaceful, whether it's going to be violent. We'll see from all these activities that we are looking forward to see in the future. But on that, every investment is against the future, against tomorrow, and that is why we are positioning ahead of the Q1 number, and also want to see the Q2 number for those companies that has a stock like a Vitafoam, we're expecting to raise their Q2 number, Nimet Pharmaceutical, and others to raise their second quarter, while others are to raise their full year results, that those that has March as year end, but especially today's unaudited in this month of April, and their full results to come, either before end of May and what and end of June, which is the end of the Q2 for me. Let's see how this one. But I said it earlier in our focus that we expect a mixed trend in this quarter and also in this month of April. Let's see how the market flow. But I think for me, it's not a time for you to panic for anything because market is still very, very strong. I said earlier, despite the market is still on a decline phase, there is always there are still signals that market has to resist decline, which is good. But don't forget to use your stop loss, and also take away emotion in taking your investment decision. These are the things that we're encouraged that you do at this time. Yes, before we go into the state of the market, I want to look at the market news as we speak now. The market news at this hour that I want to start with MTN notifying the investing public of final approval of CBN for their more payment service. That means the payment banking system the telecom have put in place. They've gotten the final approval. These are the things that we expect are going to work, impact the cash flow of MTN, and also because also of the nature of the ongoing digital economy globally and here in Nigeria. Now that the company have acquired even the fastest the service we call G, 5G, which is going to support them in terms of their sale of their data and all those stuff. For me, it's a good one for MTN, and this tell you that this company has has a future. If you're in that position, you can hold it. But I know that the price is a bit high, but it's part of what you need to play your defensive. And they was adjusted recently, and payments is on the way. And when payments come, I'll tell you, we're going to also add more liquidity to the stock, and you see position taking because the Q1 number is ahead of this today. And when it comes and it's positive, and I expect that to be positive, despite all the high cost that we have seen. Let's see the numbers to see how the high cost of production, because this is moving from around the 250 to almost 800 naira, 700 naira. It's not a big joke. That we're going to influence a lot of companies' results. But let's see how it goes. Those that are able to manage it, we'll see in their number for this first quarter. The other one is Suno Assurance notify the market of its AGM that is coming up, and I could do the same thing, notify the market, the public of the AGM coming up, and why Comatech Venture notify the attention of a board meeting to approve of the board meeting and close period to approve what the Q1 number, and also these are the market news as we speak now. But we want to look at the state of the market as what is happening in the market in terms of what in terms of market position, which I told you earlier that market will always do what you want to do at any given time. But as we speak now, the market is open on a positive note for today, which is good, and it's a good thing for our market that the market is in green at this hour. You can see that market has opened above what it closed the previous day, which is very, very good for all of us in the market. It's a good one, but I'll tell you now, this week market is having a I call it markets at par in terms of activities. If you look at what is happening in the market now, you can see that we have 9 gainers and 9 losers. As the market at par as we speak, which is a good one for me. That at this season, at this current time, market at par, we're having 9 gainers and 9 losers. Among the top losers are Academic Press, Women Bank, Prestige Assurance, and Mutual Benefit, and FCMB. These are the top losers. But for the top gainers, we have Maya, followed by Fidelity, Zenith Bank, ICO, and Access Bank. Yes, among that, we still have MTN, Fixing, Land Africa, and Honeywell. Among the top 5 gainers, as I mentioned earlier, is Maya, Fidelity Bank, Zenith Bank, and ICO, and the Access Bank. These are the gainers. But in this market, volume has a way of playing its role by giving momentum to the market. As we speak now, we have the top in terms of volume, GT Code, Zenith Bank, Fidelity, MTN, and ICO. These are the top stock in terms of volume. It tells you that the market is looking good this morning. You can see this kind of stock, the high cap stock on the top, in terms of volume. We have the Zenith Bank, we have GT Code, we have Fidelity, we have MTN, we have ICO. But from here now, I want to go back to the market. We said earlier that the market has gained about 0.04 No, for me, it's a good one at this hour, but market is at what? At a flat or a bar, market bread, 99 at this hour. But nevertheless, let's look at the market in terms of, let's take our indicators to look at the market now. We'll start with the all share index, which is measure the market performance general. Then you can probably do, if you want to get full picture of the market, you can probably go ahead and do sectorial indices analysis. You can go ahead and analyze the banking sector, indices, do for that industrial goods, for the same thing for consumer, can do for insurance, and also for oil and gas. But now we're looking at what the general market index, we will call a share index action. You can see the candlestick here. This represents the market performance. If you can see here, direct here, if you are looking at my cursor here, you can see that the market is in green. And on a day chart now for 2 days, now you can see it here. Looking up here, you can see it's green. It's showing us here. But the volume traded is still relatively low. You can see it's below the average traded volume at this hour. We expect that before the market finish, we might see more improved volume in the stock, so that there is no cause for alarm at all. We believe that it's a good start for the week, but let's take our normal indicators for our analysis as usual. We call up our T line and our MACD and the money flow. There is possible we can call our Bollinger Band, but let's look at this one first and see what the market is doing in this regard. Don't forget that our T line is always what 8, and I know that as you have been following us in this class, you know how we use our T line, but we'll continue to explain for you to understand how T line is used. You can see that the line here, you can see this blue line, the T line. You can see whenever the market is above the T line, you don't need to panic, the market is strong. But when it crosses down, you're able to short or sell off and come and see when it comes back again, you jump in. This is for you to know whether the market is doing well. But as we speak now, the market is still slightly below, because as we speak now this morning, it's already touching the T line. The point that the market to break out here is very, very high. But let's look at the 1 hour chart. I tell you, it's very key. On 1 hour chart, the market is very, very strong. 1 hour chart, the market has even got up little. The market is trading around the 46,707.10. For me, it's a good one. You can see that the three line, which is blue line, on 1 hour chart, you can see that market is above it. It tells that there is something good going for the market. For the previous 2 trading sessions, market has been above the T line on a 1 hour chart, which is good. And also look at the 1 hour chart. What is confirming that market is about to turn bullish? You can see that the histogram here is almost crossing to turn bullish already. You can see also the blue line crossing the red one from down. It's a sign. And money flow strong at more 79 to 80 for on a day chart. For me, it's a good one. Let's also watch the money flow and others. Money flow on yes, continue to maintain uptrend. As at the previous date was around 30, 34. As we speak now, that's crossed almost 38 now to 40, which is good. Funds is entering the market, and we're also looking at here to see how they play out here. We can see that it's coming closer. If the blue one cross from down here up, that would be very nice for us. You can see that also the index action is about crossing the T line up here. Says that there's no cause for alarm, and which I said earlier that the factors that are going to support this market are the revaluation of the market or possible repositioning after seeing the Q 2021 full year, and many companies or many analysts are analyzing and digesting these numbers. Once this is perfected, they'll come back and take position. I always say that the PFA, the institutional investors, they don't just rush to the market until they have done their due diligence, looking at the company, the sector, and all that's around that company before they jump in. Whereas when they start doing that, even we're seeing a little uptick in yield, which is also costing in and outflow of funds to in equity space. But I believe that the Q1 number will give an insight to all these players to know where to put their tent for the year 2022. I think that is what will happen very soon, and that might change the face of the market. But I'll tell you that at this hour, 1 hour, a day chart is looking good, and we're seeing indicators are almost looking in the same direction with the index, which is a good one for the market. Yes, quick one. We'll look at other companies here, but for me, we'll start with this Fidelity that I'll hit another high today. Trade naira 68. Look at Zenith Bank that close to the 10 naira. We also look at Access Bank. We're looking at ahead of its markdown. Yes, ICO look good, but for those that are in a decline phase, then we might look at what is happening in FCMB. They will now come back and go to MTN to see the state of MTN and that of what and that of GT code. This is how we round up for today. But let's start with the Fidelity chart now, live chart for Fidelity, to look at what is happening and what we should do with our position in Fidelity. Let's go right away to see what is happening in Fidelity Bank. That will give us insight on what to do at this hour with Fidelity Bank. We have seen that the market is not looking bad. Yes, you can see Fidelity on a daily chart. I will tell you, this is a live chart. Fidelity is very, very strong. You can see that the distance between Fidelity price action and the key line is becoming wider. You can see it here. It's a sign that this stock is very, very bullish. But in this case, also if you meet your target, don't hesitate to take what profit. It's for good to take profit at this time, looking at where the price is going and where the price is coming from. Nothing stops you for taking your profit from this position of Fidelity. You can see that all the indicators in Fidelity are strong and positive. You can see the T line, is below the index action or price is below the price action, sorry, and it's positive and strong. Look at your MACD, but your MACD is positive and bullish, very positive and bullish, strong one. You can see how the histogram is going up. Say that there are more momentum in this stock, and money flow is above 90. For me, it's a good one. Fidelity is enjoying this rally. It's possible that with this trend, Fidelity might likely touch 4 naira. For those that are in Fidelity, I will encourage that you go your position and watch what is happening. So speak now. Don't jump out unless you have made your target. Like I always said, let your investment objective guide you, because you have your entry and your exit strategy. It always guide you at any given time to know what to do exactly with your position. You can see this is a good one for Fidelity. Very good one, I'll tell you. Very good and very healthy. And also, let's quickly look at Zenith Bank now at this point. Let's look at what is happening in Zenith Bank, because this stock has crossed as we speak now, across crossed 53 naira after markdown. For me, it's a good thing for Zenith Bank at this hour. Let's see what's happening there now. Yes, remember I said until Zenith Bank crossed the T line, that was not people watching. We can see now this morning that crossed the T line. That means if you are in Zenith Bank, good for you. Smile, and those that want to jump in again, you are good to go at this moment. We have seen it here. This is a good sign. Technically, I'll tell you this stock is very, very positive and strong, which is good. If you look at your MACD, you can see your MACD histogram here, almost crossing up here. You can see it here. Blue one crossing down is a good sign, but only money flow is not looking too good. But let's wait whether it will turn. But I can say that MACD and the T line and this action and price action are looking positive and in the same direction. But let me look at what is happening on our chart of Zenith Bank. It's good that yes, Zenith Bank, I will tell you, you can see very, very strong on our chart too. It's still above the T line. You can see it here. For me, it's a good one. Why remain bullish on MACD, and money flow is very strong there above 70, reading around 76, 78. It's a good one for Zenith Bank. The stock is strong, and there is opportunity that this price will go higher, especially if the numbers beat what the if the first quarter beat what market expectation. That means if you're in Zenith Bank, you want to jump in, you go and have those that can buy and sell signal, you don't have any problem. This stock you're already there. Even this week signal, I think it's one of the stock there. Hold your position and also see how it's going to play out within this week, as we look forward to see most of the numbers coming to the market this this month, sorry, between now and 30th of April. Let's see how it goes. For me, Zenith Bank is very strong. I can see that the banking stocks are looking good. Quick one, let's look at what is happening in assets now before we go to FCMB. You can see that we are doing more of banking stock today because we are seeing potential in those banking stocks at this moment in the market. Most of them are adjusted down, while some are yet to do that. Let's see what is happening in assets up. Then, as we speak now, you can see that assets is not looking badly at this hour. You can see also assets also trading and 1 hour chart is saying above what? Above the T line. For me, access is good. For those in access, you don't have issue. You can see that your money flow has confirmed that, and also your MACD for access is very, very positive. For me, it's a good one. You can see what is happening in access now. Hold your position. Let's bring access for a day chart to see what is happening there. Let's let's see what is happening there. Access trading around almost 95, no 995, 995 at this hour. But on a day chart, yet to cross the T line, below the T line. But on a daily chart, on a white chart, sorry, that cross the T line. But we expect access to move as we see good morning entering access. I will expect a reversal very soon. And the volume traded this morning is above the, you can see it here, above the line, which is above the average traded volume for access. So it's for me, it's a good one. Let's keep our eyes on access. For those in access, don't panic. If you are not there, you can quickly take position in this stock also to go with the trend. At the the market is expecting the 70 kobo dividend for the full year, and also from their Q1 notification, close to not all that were likely they mentioned trade dividend, but let's see how it's going to play out. But like I've learned that without auditing a financial account, it might not. But let's see how it's going to play at the end of the day. But for an access, take position. There's potential for access. I said earlier, and I've still repeated there, this is a bank that has a two face as a value stock at the same time as a growth stock. That means we expect this stock to keep on looking up when they right at the right time, and when the figure come and the numbers confirm better one compared to the previous one. That will give a strong momentum to the stock. Assets is not looking bad, good for investors. Yeah, the next one we're going to look at the FCMB before we go to what before we go to GT code. Let's look at what is happening in FCMB at this hour. FCMB. Let's work on FCMB. Sorry, FCMB. Let's what happened at FCMB now. Let's see. FCMB has rallied before now. For stock correction probably taking. Let's see whether it maintains that momentum again. On a daily chart, you can see that this is a lifestyle we're looking at. Yes, it's trading marginally on top of what? On top of the T line on a daily chart, but not looking too good on uh, on um, on the MACD. But I can see if we look at MACD very well, the MACD is still coming up here, but has not close to become bullish. Why money flow is looking down. But let's see on a day chart. You can equally look at the 1 hour chart to give us the deep position of the stock at this moment. And even at 45 minutes, you can equally look at the stock to see what's going on. Yes, even at 1 hour chart, it's not looking bad on 1 hour chart. I can see it here. Both it's above the price action is above the T line, and while the MACD has crossed, it's about to cross the red one up, but still on can see it here. The MACD is trying to find position here. And money flow on our chart is looking up gradually above 63 to 65, which is also good. But let's wait and see, because on a daily chart it's not looking too good. But 1 hour telling us that the stock is very, very strong and has potential to return good morning and it's going somewhere from here. Quick one, look at GTB, then we'll now look at MTN to round up the class for today. GTB, sorry, GT code, sorry, not GTB, GT code, yes. Let's look at GT code to see where GT code is taking us. Yes, GT code on 1 hour chart is very, very quality strong. It's above the T line, you can see it here. MACD is positive, but money flow is looking down at this 1 hour chart. You can see it here. MACD is positive, but money flow is looking down around 55, 56. Reading figure for me for this hour. Let's see, look at it. Looking at the T line is strong, but that's where you can see that we're seeing kind of not really a green candle here. We're seeing like an inch off this morning around 23 naira 5 kubu. That tells you that we have to still watch on GTB. You can see what the difference between this chart and that of the net bank and that of access. So let's see what that on a day chart. I've seen an hour chart. Let's watch happen on a day chart. It give us yes that crossed on a day chart that crossed the C line. You can see that they try to gain today, but it has come down. Means sellers in this stock are more powerful than buyers. You can see the candlestick formation. After you see this impact, what we call impact hammer on top of a green candle, a bullish candle is not too good, but this for a day. Let's see how it goes. But on MACD is not looking bad. I see MACD is almost bullish already. At first bullish now. You can see that has confirmed it. Has brought the T line from now. And money flow is looking up there on the daily chart. I mean, for FTN, for GT code, so it's a good one. If you are there, hold your position. If you want to jump in again, you have nothing stopping you for entering the stock. Go ahead and buy, GT. But even on the daily chart, we see that fund is entering, or there's a miss support now. The day chart has confirmed that fund is entering the stock. This technically, we are seeing a good position. While we're waiting to see the Q1 to confirm the fundamental position of the stock in terms of earnings. I told you that when you see earnings looking up, you see price looking up, you see volume looking up. That's the time for you to know that yes, there's something going in for the company or the stock we are looking at. For me, also any sector or any sector fundamental news, or even that we're going to play more on that sector, it's also an advantage, or and also another additional information. That is how it should go. Once we know this, we are good to go. Yes, finally, let's look at the last one, MTN. MTN, I told you, I gave you the market news, but let's see how it's playing out in the stock now and see what is happening in the stock. We see exactly. Yes, this stock that that was adjusted within the last week. I see that this morning is looking up. For me, you can see that front is entering on the day chart. You can see that it's trading almost marginally above the T line. After the markdown, you can see that it came back up from 14 naira to around there, from 214 to around there 205 before, or 206 before coming up. Let's see what's going on the daily chart, on the hour chart. Sorry, we're the daily chart. You know, on our chart, the stock is trading above the T line. It's trading around the 209 now. You can see 209. That was the former resistance level that have turned the support now. You can see that this one, you can see the price now. Once here, a breakout of this one also give you, where the stock is going. For me, I see a good position in this stock. Once you break out this point here, that'll be another then we'll not target here again. Don't forget that the stock has also rallied as high as getting to almost 219 here before coming down. But there's still high potential for this stock. With market looking forward to see the Q1, and now with this news that are coming to the market, a good one. You can see your MACD on our chart is becoming bullish, almost crossing here. Our fund is still entering the stock on our chart. Let's finally look at the day chart of MTN. MTN, even here you can see it's still above the T line slightly, and we're seeing money flow looking up. Apart from the markdown that we saw that brought this on, let's see a reversal to confirm on a data. But the stock look good. If you want to take position, nothing stop you to buy the stock at this hour. It's part of your defensive stock. At the same time, have less risk in this kind of position. At the end of the day, you're smiling to the back. Yes, thank you for being with us for today. I appreciate every one of you, and I encourage you that you hold your position and watch, because as the afternoon traders go to the market to add momentum, and also can only change the face of the market. Because thanks for staying with us. I look forward to see you tomorrow. But I will encourage you, share the link with your friends, and also go to our YouTube. After going through that, you love the presentation or the guide, give us a thumb up there, and also you can also subscribe to our YouTube, our channel, so that anytime there's new video updated, you get alert. And I can see, yesterday, this morning, the question and answer for it, you can see number of people that have gone there to view the view and also listen, and some also giving us a thumb up there. For me, I encourage you to do the same thing. Share our link to your friends, your family, friends, your colleagues in the office, so that this market become more interesting. And also, as we're seeing, changes in the environment, and also the economy not looking good, we have to also look for where to get their passive income, which equity market or equity investing. Trading also part of it, but the rich knowledge, I'm telling you, you go of winning side more than losing side. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your trading day. See you tomorrow.